Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about building resilience. Another view of the world that I use to help build resilience in myself to handle rejection is I accept that someone's first reaction to HIV isn't necessarily their last reaction. So even though there's someone that I may have disclosed to and they rejected me in the first instance, I'm sufficiently open to recognize that at some point later on down the track, as a result of my disclosure to them, they may have chosen to see a doctor or speak to a friend or whatever the context is, and have actually spent some time and energy to get their head around the fact that someone with HIV has just disclosed to them. So, and if they then come back to me and want to be friends and potentially take things further after they've gone through that process, then I need to be in a place that is sufficiently accepting of them and of their capacity to change and grow. So another frame that I use is that their first reaction isn't their last reaction. That their first reaction to HIV might not necessarily be their last reaction to HIV, and there's a lot of opportunity for them to grow and for them to change their mind. I mean, there are so many pathways to building resilience to rejection, and I'm just sharing with you some of mine, and I would hope and expect that you will develop some of your own. And in time, I would also hope that you would share some of the ways in which you build your resilience to rejection and share that with others. Lastly, I think the approach that I would like to share with you is a very personal one, because it comes from a place where when things were dark for me, and I was very much in a place where I thought I was going to die, or was on my way to dying, and I got to a place where I finally accepted that I really loved myself, that I didn't want to die, and that I wanted to live, and that I really loved myself. That at my core, the reason why I hadn't topped myself already was because deep down I really loved myself and wanted to live. And once I got to that place, I've used that experience to build resilience against rejection, because the way I use that now is that I love myself now with certainty. That is never in question, ever again. And so knowing that, I then have allowed myself the belief that says, and the knowing, and not just the belief, but the actual knowing that says, if I can love myself with or without a virus, then other people can love me with or without a virus. And that core belief allows me to really power through any rejection that comes along, because ultimately I know that I love me, and ultimately I know that others will too. And so that core belief and understanding really keeps me solid in being able to handle the day-to-day rejection that may or may not come along as a result of being open about my HIV status. So, so thank you for listening to me, and thank you for being curious enough to listen. I hope that you may have gained something. If you found it worthwhile, please share it. Just to wrap up, so the things that I use to help build and manage some of the rejection that I experienced as a result of living with HIV. The first is not to take it personally. The second is to use it as a reverse filter. It helps identify people that can handle HIV in the long term. Play the numbers game. Eventually there will be people that will love and accept you. Play the second numbers game in which that you don't actually need a lot of people to love and accept you to have a high quality of your life. Also be accepting of other people, that their first reaction isn't their last. And lastly, and I think the one that the approach that I probably have the approach that I probably use the most, and that is the ultimate belief that I love myself and others will too, and regardless, with HIV or without HIV, with another personal challenge, that I will still love myself and that other people will too. And that core belief will take me through for the rest of my life. So enjoy, put yourself out there, and like life, you've in life, you've got to get yourself wet and you've got to put yourself out there. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. So until next time, I'm going to get wet, get a little bit sticky with life, and enjoy it. One more thing while I remember, putting yourself out there isn't easy, and you kind of need to roll with the waves. So you may have some difficult times as you put yourself out there. Make sure that you have a few loving friends and family around that can support you through the process, or a few loving professionals as well to support you through the process. Okay, enjoy.